Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the FIS European Cup Finals for the season 2023-2024, and this is the downhill men. And today, this is the place to be if you want to see a close race for the downhill cup. At the moment, there's Lars Rösti. He is leading with a 316 points, but only 9 points behind him. There's Stefan Rieser. Manuel Tranninger is 14 points behind. And you can see the weather. There's 3 degrees Celsius in the air, 0 degrees Celsius on the course at the track. There is a clear view, and we are just minutes away with this very exciting downhill race. They start at 895 meters, end up at 188 meters. That's a drop of 707 meters, 2,544 meters from the start gate to the finish line. 27 gates and the course setter Mike Pilarski. But as mentioned, this is a very exciting race. We have had 2 training days. And especially yesterday's training, the results were very tight. There was 1 second 33 hundredths between the first and Edgar Meyer, who was 41. Not sure if you got the same conditions today, but hopefully there will be a tight and exciting race as we get started in just a couple of minutes. There was a small delay due to salting. Now the course should be in perfect condition. This is the start list. Stefan Eichberger is starting. Christoph Torrent, bib 2. Nick Naralochnik is 3rd. Ken Kayo is 4th. Manuel Tranninger, who is 3rd in the downhill cup, 2nd in the overall. And Theodor Brekken, he is starting 16, trying his best to defend the overall cup. He's leading the overall cup at the moment. He have never scored any points, or at least this season he haven't scored any points downhill, but he will try his very best to score just some points to defend his lead in the overall cup. He didn't start the first training, he was last in the second. You can see there's some modern names. There's Nils Alfand, 46. There's Markus Nordgaard Fossland, 47. Jansat Bystrand, 48. And Fredrik Möller, 49. There's also Axel Hammer at 35. Jonas Buer, 32. Simen Selleg, 29. Those Norwegian guys, those have been fast in training. There are 68 guys at start today. There are 14 nations represented. And as you can see, there's Lars Rösti leading the downhill cup by only 9 points to Stefan Reiser and 14 points to Manuel Tranninger. This is the Swiss fan club. And these are some of the volunteers that's been doing an absolutely extraordinary job the last couple of days.
Tomorrow, perhaps, still back when it's Super G here as well. But pay special attention.
And today's there's downhill. Tomorrow is the Super G. This is bib number 1 starting first. Representing Austria, Stefan Eichberger. And there we are. This is the last downhill race of the European Cup for this season. Stefan Eichberger. He's on course, looking smooth at the start. Oh, yeah. Looked like those skis were pointing at the wrong direction a little there. But he finds back. Passing the second intermediate time. Passed the second intermediate time at 46.79. This is the third. Stefan Eichberger, who is setting the pace for this race. Hopefully it's gonna be a tight one. Oh, that's the wide line at the Tommy Moe for Eichberger. 1:16.34 at the fourth intermediate time, and now there's the straight line towards the finish line for Stefan Eichberger. And there is the time to beat, ladies and gentlemen, 1 minute 35 seconds, 15 hundredths.
For Stefan Eichberger.
Starting second, Christoph Torrent, Switzerland. These are the Olympic slopes from Lillehammer. The Olympics in 1994, 30 years ago. Won by Tommy Moe. 400ths ahead of Kjetil André Aamodt. Ed Podywinski scoring a bronze medal. Christoph Torrent behind by 23 hundredths at the second intermediate time. Haven't managed to claim any podium positions this season, Christoph Torrent. I've never been on the podium in the downhill. Made 2 podiums in the Super G though, but that's tomorrow. But here's Christoph Torrent behind by 30 hundredths at the last intermediate time. And he's across the line and he's behind by 87. At the moment he's second, Christoph Torrent. Starting third, Nik Naralochnik, representing Slovenia. He's ahead by 100. In other words, he's almost even with Stefan Eichberger on top, and that's a little flying from Nik Naralochnik. This is the second intermediate time, and he is ahead by 17 hundredths. He's Slovenian. And now there's the third intermediate time for Naralochnik. Is he still ahead? Yes, he is. He's ahead by 10 hundredths. And let's look at the line at Tommy Moe for Narložnik. The timeline as the same line as Stefan Eichberger, and he is still ahead. He's gaining. He's ahead by 3,100. This could possibly be our new leader, Narložnik from Slovenia. Ahead by 31 at the last intermediate time, and across the line, and he's ahead by 200s. It's a tight race, as we expected. He's ahead by only 200s, Nick Narložnik. But he's our new leader from Slovenia, Nick Narložnik. Now there's Ken Kayo representing France. Ken Kayo delivering the fastest first sector so far. And closing the second sector, he is behind by 600s. Almost the exact same race pace as Narložnik. Ken Kayo to the third, and he is 200s ahead. There's green times for Ken Kayo. He's ahead by only 200s. And now he is 300s behind. This is as close as we expected. This is Ken Kayo. He is only seconds ahead. Oh, and he's our new leader, Ken Kayo from France. 300s ahead. And the time to beat, 1 minute 31 seconds, 1000s. Ken Kayo, our new leader, as Manuel Tranninger. Second in the overall, third in the downhill cup, 500s behind at the first. We have made it to the podium 3 times this season, all of them in downhill, and once at the top. He's behind by 1700s. He needs every point he can get. Tranninger. He's 14 points behind Lars Røsti. And he's trying to gain some hundreds here. He's 1500s behind. He's through Tommy Moe. He's at the fourth. And he's behind by 14 at the fourth. And trying to find the speed, Manuel Tranninger, and he is across the line in his fourth. He loses half a second in that last sector. Manuel Tranninger, he is 4 at the moment. Behind by 6500s. This is Stefan Rieser. He is second in the downhill cup. Here is 9 points behind Lars Røsti. Is on the next bib. Stefan Rieser. Behind by 700s at the first intermediate time. This is the second, and he is 15 behind. Losing 8. Three podiums this season, 2 victories, and he's back by 36. Oh, that right ski was flying all over the place. Stefan Rieser at the fourth. This is the last turn. Now there's only trying to find as much speed as possible towards the finish line. Stefan Rieser, he is at finish behind by 6300s.
second in front of
63 hundredths behind Stefan Reiser, and he is fourth at the moment. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you can see the yellow bib for Lars Rösti. And he is starting well. He's ahead by 100. So he's keeping the leading race pace at the moment, Lars Rösti. Lars Rösti with 5 victories in total in the European Cup, and now he is ahead by 18 hundredths. Is he going to secure his win in the Downhill Cup? Lars Rösti from Switzerland, the third is 18 behind. Oh, he's losing 36 hundredths in the third sector. Now down Tommy Moe. And he need all those points if he is going to secure his Downhill Cup. This is the last couple of meters. He's across the line, and he is 14 hundredths behind. He is.
No, I'm sorry. He is finishing
11 hundredths behind in total, and he is 4. He's behind by 11 hundredths, and he is 4. But he is ahead of both Stefan Reiser and Manuel Tranninger. So unofficially, he will take home the victory at the Downhill Cup. Lars Rösti, that's of course unofficial. This is Niccolo Molteni, the Italian, and he's ahead by 29 hundredths at the second. Molteni is going fast at the moment. Let's see at the third for Molteni. Here he is, closing up to the third, and he's still ahead. He's ahead by 11 hundredths. Then there's this last sector. It's been a bit difficult for some of the others. What could Molteni do now? He's ahead by 32 hundredths. Could this be our new leader of today? Niccolo Molteni, representing Italy. How fast can you be in this finish, Molteni? And he's across the line and he's in the lead. He's in the lead by 21 hundredths. Niccolo Molteni. That's a strong run by the Italian. That is a very strong run for the Italian Niccolo Molteni, who's in the lead. This is Vincent Weiser. Vincent Weiser, bib 9. Behind by 14 at the first. Vincent Weiser behind by 39 at the second. He's made it to the top of the podium once at the European Cup downhill. Made it to the podium in total 3 times. 1 in Super G, 2 in downhill. At the second, he is behind by 31, and he's eating hundreds at the moment. He's behind by 26 at the fourth. Could he possibly be at the podium, current podium? Vincent Weiser, he is 5. He is behind by 30 hundredths. And as you can see, it's a tight race, 30 hundredths, and he is 5. Then there's Emanuele Buzzi. Buzzi representing Italy. No more than 500s behind at the first. Butzi, who stands with 91 World Cup starts, 110 European Cup starts, 9 podiums in total, but only 1 podium this season, which was in Super G. And at the second intermediate time, he's behind by 40 hundredths. Emanuele Butzi. Now it's the third, and he's behind by 26. He's also eating some hundreds in that third sector. And at the fourth, he's behind by 29. We know there's a tight small gap at the finish. He needs to find all the speed he can possibly get. Emanuele Butzi, and he's 7. He is 7 behind by 42 hundredths. Emanuele Butzi. And there's Livio Hiltbrandt. He scored a 3rd place 2 times in Santa Catarina. He's behind by 15 hundredths. But if I'm not mistaken, this downhill race is not over yet. Now he's only 12 hundredths behind. This is Livio Hiltbrandt, Switzerland. And now at the third, he's ahead by 9 hundredths. Livio Hiltbrandt. Could this be your day, Livio? Ooh, he needs a strong finish. And he's ahead by 20 hundredths at the last intermediate time. Livio Hiltbrandt. Could this be your day? And every 100 will count, and he is he's in the lead by 41 hundredths. Livio Hiltbrandt. That's a very strong run for Livio Hiltbrandt. He's our new leader. Is in the lead. Livio Hiltbrandt. Now Felix Hacker at bib 12. And Hiltbrandt, he can find his way to the hot seat as our current leader. This is Felix Hacker. And ahead by 23 hundredths at the first intermediate time. If you can keep that pace, Felix, this could be everything. He's still ahead, still green times for Felix Hacker. He's left with 7 hundredths at the second intermediate time. He's losing 20. He's behind by 13 at the third. Wide line coming into the Tommy Moe, and he's behind by 40. He is behind by 40, but that's a possible podium finish for Felix Hacker. A possible current podium finish for Felix Hacker. And he's across the line, and he's 4. He is 4 behind by 64 hundredths. He is smiling and waving for that current 4th position. This is Sam Alpine. Sorry, this is Marco Pfiffner. Marco Pfiffner from Liechtenstein. And bib 13, Sam Alpine, he got bib 14. And Pfiffner, he is also ahead by 23 hundredths at the first. And at the second, he is still 16 ahead. 16 hundredths ahead, Marco Pfiffner. Representing Liechtenstein. and still got 200s to go, passing the third intermediate time. Marco Kvitfjell down towards the fourth, and he's behind by 36. One podium this season from Tarvisio when he was third. Marco Kvitfjell, he is across the line in his third. He is behind by 4,600s, and a current third position for Marco Kvitfjell. Not looking too happy for that current third. And then there's Sam Alpine, the French Sam Alpine. He's at the leading race pace and 300s ahead from start. And at the second, he is behind by 5. 2 podiums in his career in the European Cup. Never been at the top. And no podium this year so far for Sam Alpine. He's behind by 46 at the third. Remembering Marco Kvitfjell, he is 46 behind at third at finish. Now Sam Alpine is behind by 6,800s at the fourth. Now aiming for the finish line, and he is across, and he's number 8. He's 8 behind by 6,900s. Sam Alpine. Moving from France to Italy. At bib 15, there's Giovanni Franzoni. This is the current standing. Livio Hiltbrand, he's leading by 4,100s. Nicola Molteni, second. Marco Kvitfjell, third, behind by 4,600s. Ken Kayo behind by 62 at the current fourth position. Felix Hacker, 5. Neknar Lojnik, he's 6. Stefan Eichberger, 7. Sam Alpine, 8. Vincent Weiser, 9. And Lars Rösti, 10 at the moment. And we continue with Giovanni Franzoni, the Italian. Passing the first intermediate time, Giovanni Franzoni, he's ahead by 1,400s. And here he is closing up to the second. And now he's behind by 9. And at the third for Giovanni Franzoni, behind by 3,300s. And after Franzoni, there's Theodor Brecken. And there's sadly red times for Giovanni Franzoni at the fourth. He's behind by 68. But now there's the finish line, and he's across. And he's current 12, behind by 9,500s.
Number 12 so far for Giovanni Franzoni. And
Now there's Theodor Brecken leading the overall. And he is fighting. He is fighting for some points here, Theodor Brecken. But he is behind by 8,700s at the first intermediate time. He is trying, he is fighting. But sadly, I don't think he got the speed it takes. Theodor Brecken, who's behind by 2 seconds, 1,800s at the second intermediate time.
Ja.
Then in the overall, Manuel Tranninger, he is looking to overtake him in the overall cup. Now Theodor is behind by 4.14 at the fourth intermediate time. He will be probably at a current 16th place. Theodor Brecken, here is, he's 16, behind by 5 seconds, 1,800s.
56 at 5:18 behind.
But he tried, Theodor Brecken. This is Alessio Migiano. Migiano from Switzerland. That's a good jump. At the first, he is ahead by 600s. Alessio Migiano. This is the second, and he is behind by 26. And at the third, he is still behind. And now the gap has increased to 6,800s behind for Alessio Migiano. 8,000s behind at the last intermediate time. Now there's the last turn. And the last straight for Migiano. He is across the line and current 15, behind by 1 second, 2,900s.
Alessio Migiano, sorry. The time was 1:31.6.
But I'm still waiting to see from bib 27, bib 32, bib 35, 46, 47, 48, 49, what those guys can do. And of course at bib 22, there's Dominik Schweiger. But this is Rok Asno. Rok Asno is from Slovenia. And he is ahead at the first intermediate time. He's ahead by 700s at the first. And also Joshua Mettler starting at bib 25. He's losing quite a bit at the second sector. Rok Asno is behind by 4,100s at the second. Now closing up to the third. He is behind by 89. And then there's this last part. First Tommy Moe. Then he's behind by 1 second, 3,900s. He will probably be 17 after crossing the finish line. Rok Asno, he's 17. He is behind by 1 second, 6,800s. Now there's Pietro Sazzi. And we're at bib 19. Zazzi from Italy. 1500s ahead at the first. That's some jump from Pietro Zazzi. And at the second, he is behind by 20. He is really fighting to keep the line here, Pietro Zazzi. At the third, he's behind by 6800s, Pietro Zazzi. If he could find some more speed in this last part, he could fight for a possibly top 10 finish. Oh, trying his best here. And he is across the line, and he's 11. He is 11. He is behind by 8200s, Pietro Zazzi. Now Fabian Bachler. Fabian Bachler, Austria. Bib 20. Didn't get the first intermediate time for Bachler. But there it is. He is 10 hundredths behind at the first. This is the second, and he's behind by 84. Fabian Bachler. Then he, at the moment, Theo de Brecken is the only guy behind Bachler. At the third, he's behind by 1 second, 600ths. .172 at the fourth. Then the last part for Fabian Bachler. At the finish jump and at the finish line, and he is probably 19, just guessing. Yeah, he is 19. He is behind by 2 seconds, 100. And now there's Maximilian Ranzi. Maximilian Ranzi from Italy. Starting at bib 21. He's ahead by 1700s at the first. And at bib 22, there's Dominik Schweiger. Looking forward to see Schweiger. But this is Maximilian Ranzi. Now at the second Ranzi, you are behind by 1800s. But that's a top 10 at the moment. Maximilian Ranzi. At the third, he is behind by 4300s. Just outside the top 10 at the moment, Maximilian Ranzi. At the fourth, he's behind by 6800s, which means he's maybe inside the top 10. Let's see, Maximilian Ranzi at the last meters, and he's 14, behind by 1 second, 900s, Maximilian Ranzi. But now, there's Dominik Schweiger.
Livio, congratulations, what a day. First victory on the Europa Cup and the qualification for the World Cup and the victory in the downhill standings. Hey, great party.
Yeah, for sure. Tomorrow is the Super G, but I think after the Super G, we will do party.
So tell us about your race. You came from behind. You were only fifth in the standings, so you had to attack today.
Yeah, for me, I have nothing to lose. I gave everything, and with the win, I could win the standing, and it's incredible for me.
I heard you're a very aggressive line in the Tomimo turn.
Yeah, and I think I do much in the position, and yeah, it was a perfect run from the top to the bottom.
Livio, I heard this is a very important day for you, for the future of your career in the World Cup, because you are a fighter. You have really needed this place.
Yeah, when I have the place, I can go to the trainings and learn the pists. And when I don't have the place, I have to attack in the second training and do the quali. And for this, it's perfect that I have the fixed place.
Congratulations again and good luck in the Super G tomorrow.
Thank you.
That's Livio Hilbrandt, the 20-year-old, leading at the moment. But we are waiting for the German Dominik Schweiger. Looking sharp, Dominik Schweiger. Here he is. This is the guy with 116 World Cup starts. He got 7 podiums in the European Cup. But he haven't been on the podium in the European Cup since the season 16-17, and he's even with Livio Hilbrandt at the first intermediate time. Dominik Schweiger. He's down by 42 at the second. Dominik Schweiger, he is losing too much time at the moment. Behind by 84 at the third, which means he's fighting for a top 20 placement at the finish. Dominik Schweiger at the fourth, behind by 1 second, 900ths. This is possibly a top 20 finish across the tunnel jump. There's the finish jump, and there's the finish line for Dominik Schweiger. He is 18, behind by 1 second, 3400ths. Shaking his head, not too happy about that, Dominik Schweiger. And there's Victor Bessier. Bessier from France. Ooh. He was ahead by 1000ths. Now he is behind by 40 at the second. And this is the third intermediate time for Victor Bessier. He is 8300ths behind. He as well is fighting for a top 20 finish at the moment. Behind by 1 second, 2100ths. And here is Victor Bessier. Is behind by 1 second, 5400ths. And he is currently ranked 19. That's the jump from Bessier. Luckily, he managed to land on his skis. This is Tristan Lane, the American. Starting at bib 24, at bib 25, there's Joshua Mettler. Tristan Lane behind by 17 at the second. This is the third, and he is behind by 52 hundredths. To get in top 10, he needs to be no more than 73 hundredths behind it. Now he's more than a second. There's 1 second, 6 hundredths at the moment for Tristan Lane. Tristan Lane, he is 21. He's behind by 1 second, 57 hundredths. This is Joshua Mettler. He is ahead by 14 hundredths at the first. And at the second, he is behind by 7. This is the guy with 8 podiums in the European Cup. 4 victories, none this year. And at the third, could you keep the pace? Joshua Mettler is behind by 68. As mentioned, he cannot be more than 73 behind that finish to make it into top 10. And Joshua Mettler, he passed the fourth. He's behind by 82. It should be a top 20 finish for Joshua Mettler. He's across the line and he's 13. He is 13, only losing 2 hundredths in that last sector. And behind by 84 hundredths. And ranked 13. Now Jakob Schramm, he's from Germany. He is just a little ahead at the first, but he's behind at the second, behind by 22 hundredths. Jakob Schramm. And now there's the third. Can he keep the pace? It's a tight line there for Jakob Schramm. And at the didn't get the intermediate time for Jakob Schramm. Then we're excited to see how this is going at the finish line, and let's see. I think he's behind there somewhere. And this is Simen Selleg. He's doing quite well at the 2 training rounds, Simen Selleg. He's 4 hundredths ahead at the first intermediate time. He's 6 hundredths ahead at the second, Simen Selleg. Schramm was placed 14. He was behind by 86, but this is Simen Selleg. He is behind by 45 at the third, which means current 14th position for Simen Selleg. This is the fourth. He's 90 hundredths behind. He is in the current top 15, Simen Selleg. And now there's only the finish jump left for the Norwegian. Simen Selleg across the line and he's 20. He is in top 20 at the moment. Behind by 1 second, 30 hundredths. And there's Leo Ducros. He's ahead by 15 hundredths at the first. The French guy, Leo Ducros. Behind by 20 at the second. Ducrot from France, behind by 51 at the third. And at his 56 European Cup starts, he's made it to the podium once. That was in Narvik in Super G. But this is downhill at Kvitfjell for Leo Ducrot. Behind by 74 at the fourth and behind by 86 at the finish line, and he's 14. Leo Ducrot. That's a good run for Leo. Now Fabian Spring. He is behind by 1300s at the first. Trying to keep a clean line, Fabian Spring. And he is out. Sorry to announce that Fabian Spring, he did not finish. There is, you can see the replay. He just couldn't make that turn. And he's outside the gate, and he's out. Now Marco Abruzzese. Abruzzese from Italy. Bib 30, trying to push, trying to find some speed in the Olympic slopes at Kvitfjell. Marco Abruzzese behind by 300s at the first intermediate time. Now jumping at Rosé. Looking quite good for Marco Abruzzese. This is the second intermediate time, and he is behind by 5200s. If he can keep this race pace, he will be at some current points place at the European Cup, behind by 9500s. At the third. At the fourth, he's behind by 124. Marco Abruzzese. This is a great run, and he is 23. He's behind by 1 second, 4200s. Marco Abruzzese. This is Arnaud Alessandria. At the second, he is behind by 3100s. Alessandro closing up to the third, and he is behind by 6300s, which means he is in a possibly top 20 finish at the moment. Just finished the Tommy Moe. Behind by 1 second, 21. Losing a bit too much in the fourth sector. This is the last, and he's across the line. Arnaud Alessandria. Alessandria is behind by 1 second, 4800s, and he's 24 at the moment. A current ranking 24. This is Jonas Buer. Jonas Buer from Norway. He's ahead at the first. He's ahead by 800s. He was fast both the first and the second training, Jonas Buer, and he's 3000s behind at the second. He is fighting for a top 20 finish, Jonas Buer.
Jonas.
And at the third, Jonas Buer is behind by 71 hundredths. He needs to pick up some speed, Jonas Buer, to make it into the top 20. To the current top 20, is behind by 88 at the fourth, which means he is just at the top 20 at the moment, Jonas Buer. And at the last meters, he across the line is 23. He is 23, Jonas Buer, behind by 1 second, 35 hundredths. I think he knows he can find just some more hundreds down the Olympic slopes at Kvitfjell. Moving on, this is Erik Wüller. Wüller from Switzerland. Behind by 13 at the first, behind by 84 at the second. Fighting to keep his skis inside the blue line. This is the third, and he is behind by 1 second, 50 hundredths. Now there's only the straight left for Erik Wüller, going straight towards the finish line. And he is 31, behind by 2 seconds, 20 hundredths, Erik Wüller. There's Matteo Haas. Matteo Haas from Austria. There's green time at the first intermediate time, ahead by 8 hundredths. I think he's losing some of them. Yes, he's behind by 57 hundredths at the second. Matteo Haas. This is the third intermediate time for Matteo Haas. Behind by 1:45, which means he's around 30. And you can see Axel Hammer just started, but this is Matteo Haas towards the finish line. Matteo Haas behind by 190 at the fourth, and just outside the top 30, he is 32, behind by 2 seconds, 74 hundredths. That's Matteo Haas. Now Axel Hammer. Axel Hammer, who competed in the World Cup at Kvitfjell when he tried some ski ballet. If you haven't seen the video of Axel Hammer doing ski ballet from the downhill at Kvitfjell, you need to see that. And this is Axel Hammer. At the second, he's behind by 74 hundredths. At the third, he's behind by 1 second, 44. He is fighting for a top 30 at the moment, behind by 2 seconds. And he needs to find every bit of speed he can towards the finish line. Axel Hammer from Norway. He is across the line, the Norwegian. And he's 32, behind by 2 seconds, 53 hundredths. Now Philip Kellin. Philip Kellin, Switzerland. He is 10 hundredths ahead at the second intermediate time. Losing a bit of speed. But let's see at the third intermediate time. that's coming up here. He is behind by 48 hundredths. But he is still in the fight for a top 15 finish. Philip Kallin at the 4th is behind by 66. This is a good run for, this is absolutely a good run for Philip Kallin. Could he make it into a top 10 across the line? He is at the finish jump and at the line, and he is 4. He is 4. Philip Kallin from bib 36. Philip Kallin. And as mentioned, this is Kvitfjell. There's always someone from a high bib ending up somewhere around the podium. And Philip Kallin, he is 4. Behind by 53 hundredths. Now Niklas Skårdal. Niklas Skårdal representing Austria. At the 2nd, he's behind by 1.20. At the 3rd, he's behind by 1.74. Niklas Skårdal. It's always fun to see those guys from the higher bibs, like Philip Kallin. This is Niklas Skårdal towards the finish line. He is 35 behind by 3 seconds sharp and ranked 35. Now there's another Austrian, Luis Tritscher. We are more than halfway through this downhill race, this last downhill race for the European Cup season. He's behind by 56 hundredths. Luis Tritscher, Austria. He is at the 3rd intermediate time, and he's behind by more than 1 second, 1 second 33 hundredths. Placing him around maybe around 35 at the finish. Luis Tritscher, Austria. This is the last couple of meters for his run. He is across the line, and he's 35, behind by 2 seconds, 75 hundredths. Then Giorgio Bernardi. The Italian is behind by 25 hundredths at the 1st intermediate time. He have started at the World Cup once. That was here at Kvitfjell this season at downhill, and he's behind by no more than 66 hundredths at the 3rd intermediate time, and almost evening out the leading race pace. He's behind by 1 second at the 4th. Could he be fighting for a top 20 finish? That's all up to you. Gregorio Bernardi from Italy. And he's across the line, and he's 25. He's 25 and behind by 1 second, 39 hundredths.
Number 25 for Gregorio Bernardi.
Now there's Switzerland. Dennis Kortai. Dennis Kortai, Switzerland, behind by 61 hundredths at the second. This is the third. And let's see, he's behind by 97. Trying to keep both skis and poles inside the blue line. Behind by 1 second, 38 at the fourth. It's tight around the top 30. He could make it, Dennis Kortai. He's 31. He's 31 behind by 1 second, 67 hundredths. Then there's Dominic Ott. Dominic Ott also representing Switzerland. No more than 400s behind at the first. And at the second, he is behind by 44 hundredths. Then by doing some quick mathematics, you know, he's losing 40 hundredths in that second sector. This is the third, and he's behind by 91. He got every possibility for a top 30 finish. Maybe losing a bit too much in the fourth sector. But this is the last. All you gotta do is find as much speed as possible. Dominic Ott from Switzerland. He is across the line and he's 33 behind by 1 second, 70 hundredths. Now there's Edgar Meyer. Meyer representing France. And he's out. Oop. Hopefully he's okay, Edgar Meyer. He's back on his skis. Luckily, Edgar Meyer. Oh, that's a long jump. Trying to correct, and he's out, Edgar Meyer. Next at start, Felix Enstrasser. As you can see, the current standing, Livio Hilbrand, he's in the lead. 4100s ahead of Nicola Molteni. Marco Pfiffner, third at the moment, behind by 46. This is the highlight of the top three. As you can see, Marco Pfiffner racing for Liechtenstein. Behind by 46, this is Nicola Molteni behind by 41 at a current second place, representing Italy. And this, ladies and gentlemen, this is our current leader, Livio Hilbrand, representing Switzerland. And he made his current first place in the second and third sector. And these are one of the guys from France, finding his place in the top of a three. Top of three. Sitting there watching the downhill. Then we should be seconds away from being back on course with Felix Enstrasser. One minute to start for Felix Enstrasser. This is the view from the course at the Olympic slopes at Kvitfjell. Used for the downhill and the Super G 30 years ago at the Olympics. And the downhill, as mentioned, won by Tommy Moe. That's why he got the turn called after him, Tommy Moe. Now we're back on course. This is Felix Enstrasser. Enstrasser behind by 33 hundredths at the first. And closing up to the second, he is still behind. He's behind by 73 hundredths. Enstrasser representing Austria at the third. He's behind by 1 second, 48 hundredths. Which means he will have a hard job making it into a top 30 at finish. Felix Enstrasser behind by 198 at the fourth. This is only his 20th European Cup start, and he is 36 behind by 2 seconds, 40 hundredths. Then there's the German Felix Rössle. The second Felix in a row. Rössle representing Germany. At the second, he's behind by 62 hundredths. He needs to find a different race pace, Felix Rössle, if he wants to be inside the top 30 at finish. And at the 30, he's behind by 137. And then there's only a straight line towards the finish line for Felix Rössle. The finish jump and the finish line, and he's 31, just outside the top 30, the current top 30, behind by 1 second, 61 hundredths. This is Florian Loriot. Loriot behind by 14 hundredths at the first. Also waiting for Nils Alfand at the next bib. But first, this is Florian Loriot. Loriot behind by 1.17 at the third. He is also just outside the top 30 at the moment. Then how fast can you find the finish line? Florian Loriot, he's across and he's 32, behind by 1 second, 64 hundredths. And now there's Nils Alfand. He haven't scored any European Cup podiums this season. He's been at the top once at the downhill, which was back in 2020. And at the second, he's behind by 37 hundredths. And now the third for Nils Alfand. He's behind by 1 second, 3 hundredths. Oh, struggling, and he's out. He's in the net, Nils Alfand. He's waving, showing us that he's okay. Oh, that doesn't look. That didn't look too good for Nils Alfand, but he's okay.
Okay, good.
You can see the replay of Nils Alfand losing his outside ski, and into the net he goes. But luckily he's okay, Nils Alfand. This is Markus Nordgaard Fossland. Markus is behind by 40 hundredths at the second. He is doing good at the moment, Markus Nordgaard Fossland. Behind by 1.14 at the third. And at the same place where the French guy disappeared. This is Nordgaard Fossland, behind by 1.57 at the fourth. And after a good start, he is losing a bit too much, Markus Nordgaard Fossland, and he's across the line at 31, behind by 1 second, 58. And now at bib 48, Jan Zabistran. And he's even at the first intermediate time. Could he be able to keep the leading race pace from Livio Hilprand? At least to the second intermediate time, he is only 15 hundredths behind. And as mentioned, this is one of the guys I was mentioning before we started. Jan Zabistran, Czech Republic. Third intermediate time, and he's behind by 80 hundredths. Which means at least he's inside the top 30 at the moment. Jan Zabistran at Tomimo. Looking clean at the fourth, is behind by 1.20. Still inside top 30 for Jan Zabistran. Now there's only the last part of the course for Jan Zabistran. Could he make it a top 30? And Zabistran, yes he does. He's 27. Jan Zabistran, 27. He's behind by 1 second, 45. And now the Norwegian, Fredrik Møller. At the first, he is ahead by 2 hundredths. And he's no more than 5 hundredths behind at the second. Trying to keep it inside the blue line. Oh, there's some heavy turns for Fredrik Møller. It looked good at the start, but losing probably 2 seconds, yes. 2 seconds behind 2:03 to be exact. That could be a great run for Fredrik Möller. Sadly, he had some extremely heavy turns, but he kept himself inside the gates. There is Fredrik Möller. Across the line, and he's behind by 2.61, and he is 42. He knows exactly what he did wrong, Fredrik Möller, and of course not happy about that. Albanelesi Canaferina, representing France. And there was the four guys with Nils Alfand, Markus Nordgaard Fossland, Jens Abisran, and Fredrik Möller. That was underlined on the start list before we started. Now there's Albanelesi Canaferina from France. He's inside the top 30 at the moment, behind by 83 hundredths at the third, behind by 1 second, 11 hundredths at the fourth. It is possible making it a current top 30 placement for Alban, and he is 19. He is even inside the top 20. Albanelesi Canaferina, he is 19, behind by 1 second, 21 hundredths. This is another Norwegian, Magnus Sandegraf. Sandegraf behind by 47 hundredths at the first intermediate time. As much as 1 second, 72 behind at the second.
Perfect. You're welcome back. Magnus.
This is Magnus Sandegraf. At the third, he's behind by 3 seconds, 12 hundredths. And Tommy Moe. Looking good for Magnus Sandegraf, behind by 3 seconds, 86 hundredths. And there's the finishing straight for Magnus, and he is 47, behind by 4 seconds, 26 hundredths. And from Norway to Italy, bib 52, Federico Schüssel. Oh. He's on his skis towards the second intermediate time, behind by 1 second, 2 hundredths, Federico Schüssel. The Italian is struggling a bit to find the speed down the Olympic slopes at Kvitfjell. He's behind by 1 second, 58 hundredths. At the fourth, he's behind by 194. There's only the finish line left for the Italian. He's across, and he is, yeah, maybe 42. Somewhere around 42, 44, somewhere for Federico Schüssel. This is Maximilian Schwarz. Schwarz from Germany. At the second, he's behind by 75 hundredths. And 1.11 as he lands on only his left ski. Maximilian Schwarz at the fourth, behind by 1.41. And Schwarz towards the finish line, he is 38, behind by 1.69. 1 second and 69 hundredths.
Another Norwegian guy in the chorus, that's Jürgen.
There are Jørgen Aarøen Taklo, starting with bib 54. Oh, there's almost a back landing for Jørgen, but he managed to land on his skis. As you can see, behind by 1 second, 800ths at the second. Jørgen Aarøen Taklo losing another second, behind by 2:04 at the third. As the wind increases just a little at Kvitfjell. Jørgen Aarøen Taklo just inside that gate. And there's the finish line for Jørgen. Currently ranked 49, behind by 3 seconds, 55 hundredths. He's deep there, but makes it to the right side of the gate. This is Nikolai Larsen. And Nikolai Larsen behind by 1 second, 35 hundredths at the second. And he's out. Nikolai Larsen did not finish because he is trying to get inside the blue line. It just wasn't enough for Nikolai. A little foggy at the top, as Owen Winter is on course. Winter representing Great Britain. And Owen behind by 35 hundredths at the first. At the second intermediate time, he's behind Owen Winter. I know he's behind, I just don't know how much there it is. He's behind by 1 second, 17 hundredths. Owen. Losing another second there. 2 seconds, 21 hundredths behind. Three second, 3 hundredths at the fourth, and he did not finish. Ooh, he's sliding all the way to the nets, almost. And yeah, you can see that André Moser, he is flagged at Trosse. André Moser was on course, but flagged after the fall of Owen Winter. Hopefully Owen is okay. There you can see André Moser smiling. Still waiting to see if Owen Winter is okay. The next racer on course will be Sven van Appen. He is representing Chile with the bib 58. These are the Norwegian guys gathered to watch the rest of the race. Yeah, we are up for a small break before we can finish up this last downhill race for the season. And as we wait, you can enjoy these wonderful highlights. We are back at Kvitfjell, still waiting for Sven von Appen to start. And if I can see correctly, that's Owen Winter on his feet. Yeah, that looks like Owen Winter standing by himself. That's good to see. Standing on his own 2 feet. And there he is. On one ski. Owen Winter. Don't know if something happened to his leg or his ski, but he's on one ski. Hopefully he's okay, Owen Winter. There is Owen Winter. Then we are about to start with Sven von Appen. As we are sending all our love for Owen Winter. Just to repeat, there is 68 guys at start today. And we are now at 58. As you can see, the wind has entered the Olympic slopes as well. As the Swiss fan club has left both their flags and bells. And he's at the start gate. Sven von Appen representing Chile. And he's on course. We are back. We are back with Sven von Appen. Representing Chile. And at the first intermediate time, he's half a second behind. That's Rossi. And Sven van Appen closing up to the second intermediate time, behind by 1 second 64 hundredths. And Sven is fighting his way down towards the finish line. Across the third, he is behind by 3 seconds 8 hundredths. And through Tommy Moe. And at the fourth, is behind by 3 seconds 94. This is Sven van Appen representing Chile. And there's only the finish line left for Sven van Appen. Across the line, behind by 4 seconds 63 hundredths. And he is currently ranked 51. And there's Jan Kula. Jan Kula, Czech Republic. He's at start. And he's on course. This is the season's last downhill for the FIS European Cup season 2023-2024. There are 68 at start. This is bib 59, Jan Kula, behind by 74 hundredths at the first. Jumping at Rossi. And now at the second for Jan Kula. He's behind by 1 second 50 hundredths. I don't know if you can hear it as well, but it's starting to get quite windy up there. Jan Kula at the third, behind by 2 seconds 42 hundredths. Wide line through Tommy Moe. Was that okay for Jan Kula? Yes, it was. Behind by 3:25. Trying to push all that he got the last couple of meters, and he is placed at 50. Behind by 3 seconds 97 hundredths. And there's a guy walking outside wearing shorts. That's interesting. Well, it's no more than 2- degrees Celsius. But let's be shorts. This is sports with bib 60 under Mintegui. Ander Mintegui from Spain. Let's see the first intermediate time. He's behind by 47 hundredths. And now there's the second for Ander. Mintegui behind by 1 second 25.
Ander.
And at the moment, this will place him around 50. Behind by 2 seconds at the third. Closing up to Tommy Moe. There it is. Losing another half a second. Behind by 2:53. Then he only needs to find the finish line under Mintegui, and he is 48, behind by 2 seconds, 79. There. Next at start, bib 61, Magnus Brevik. And Magnus Brevik, he's on course. Magnus Brevik, one of the many Norwegians that start today, behind by 4900ths at the first intermediate time. The 17-year-old, this is his first European Cup start. So he's making his debut today, Magnus Brevik. Behind by 1 second, 1200ths. Closing up to the third, Magnus. He is behind by 2 seconds, 3500ths. Maybe a current top 50 placement for Magnus Brevik. He is across the line and he is 50. He is 50. He's behind by 3 seconds, 5100ths. That's his debut of the European Cup, Magnus Brevik. There's another Norwegian at start. To be exact, there's several. This is Sebastian Espen Bengtsson. Years old, Sebastian Espen Bengtsson. This is his 5th European Cup start. And now at the second intermediate time, Sebastian Espen Bengtsson is behind by 7200ths. Chasing a top 40 placement at the finish. And at the third, he's behind by 1 second, 1900ths. And he's absolutely chasing that top 40 finish. That's Tommy Moe. That's 2 seconds behind for Sebastian Espen Bengtsson. It's maybe a bit too much, but if you can find just some speed, Sebastian Espen Bengtsson at the last couple of meters is 42. He is 42.
76, 132.76, and that's rank number 42 for Sebastian Bengtsson.
Start.
Yes, this is bib 57. This is André Moser. He's from Switzerland. He was the guy who was flagged when Owen Winter was unlucky. André Moser representing Switzerland. He was flagged at Rossi and back at start. Trying once again. Behind by 3900ths at the first intermediate time for André Moser. This time he makes it at Rossi at full speed. Oh, makes it on his skis as well. Andre Moser at the second intermediate time is behind by 1 second, 28 hundredths. And at the third, he's behind by 2.36. Andre Moser. Then past the last intermediate time and the last turn, and then there's only a straight line towards the finish line for Andre Moser. And he is across, and he is 53. Behind by 3 seconds, 60 hundredths. And then there's another Norwegian, Herman Fjelldavli Lindberg. He's sixth start at the European Cup. Racing for Lillehammer Ski Club. Herman Fjelldavli Lindberg.
Jag driter i det här fingret, jag kommer ont. Alltså, jag vet inte hur det är av er.
Herman Fjelldavli Lindberg behind by 57 hundredths at the first. This is the second. He is behind by 1 second, 52. And you can see as well the wind. At 30 is behind by 2 seconds, 76 hundredths, still losing a second down to the fourth, and he's behind by 3.78. And now there's the finish for Herman Fjelldavli Lindberg. And he's across the line at 56, behind by 4 seconds, 31 hundredths. And there's Vetle Fjelstad Fosse at bib 65. Sorry, that's 64. There's Lukas Passroger at 65. There's Christoph Krüschel at 66. Rasmus Bakkevig at 67. And Jos Brottenherland at 68. That's our last racer at start. First of them, Vetle Fjelstad Fosse at bib 64. Behind by 67 hundredths at the first. Making the jump. Trying to find a fine line. Vetle Fjelstad Fosse. At the second, he is behind by 1 second, 38.
Vetle.
It's the first European Cup season for Vetle. And his third start at the European Cup. This is the 19-year-old down towards the finish line. And he is currently 55, behind by 4 seconds, 100.
1:34.49, that's for one behind the leader.
And Pasrugir, he didn't start, so this is Christoph Krüschel. And there's Krüschel, there's Rasmus Bakkevig and Jos Bråten Herland. That's the last 3 racers of today. Krüschel representing Czech Republic. At the first intermediate time, Christoph Krüschel is behind by 64 hundredths. At the second, he's behind by 1 second 57. And he's fighting in the headwind. Behind by 261, losing another second. Christoph Krüschel. There we are at the 4th, behind by 3.11. Then the last gate and the last finish jump for Christoph Krüschel. Across the line, and he is 54, behind by 3 seconds, 88 hundredths. There's 2 Norwegian guys left. Rasmus Bakkevig. Rasmus Bakkevig at the first intermediate time, behind by 59 hundredths. He's also doing his first European Cup season. Done 7 races so far this season. This is his 8th. And at the second, he's behind by 1 second, 17 hundredths. 19 years old of age. Rasmus Bakkevig.
Rasmus.
Behind by 2 seconds, 26 at the 3rd. And now Tommy Moe. Looking good for Rasmus. Losing exactly 1 second. Behind by 3.26. And then there's the finish for Rasmus Bakkevig. Across the line, and he is 54, behind by 3 seconds, 69 hundredths.
54 and 369 behind the leader for Rasmus Bakkevig.
And there's only this guy left, Jos Bråten Herland. This is the last racer of today, with bib 68. Here he is. Last racer on course, Jos Bråten Herland. Behind by 40 hundredths at the first intermediate time, making the jump. And at the second intermediate time, he is behind by 74 hundredths. If he can keep that race pace, he will be in the top 40.
Ljus.
Losing, and he is behind by 1:43 at the third. He is closing up to a top 40 finish. Jos Bråten Herland behind by 2.13. It's maybe too much for Jos Bråten Herland. But then there's only a couple of meters left. The finish jump and the finish line, and he's 47. He is 47 behind by 2 seconds, 62 hundredths. Jos Bråten Herland.
And that's 2:62 behind the leader. And we have finished the race.
Then that's all. That's every racer of today, which means we can congratulate Livio Hiltbrand. He's winning ahead of Nicola Molteni. Marco Pfiffner, he is third. Philip Kellin from bib 36, he's 4. Ken Kaio is 5th. Felix Akker is 6. Nick Narlosnik is 7. Stefan Eichberger is 8th. Samal Fan 9. Vincent Weiser, he is the last to get it into the top 10. You can see the ranking. That screen. And Lars Rösti ending at rank 11. Then we are about to start with the prize giving ceremonies, both for the women and the men. The podium is out, the flags are coming out, the prizes are at the table. We are almost ready with the prize giving ceremonies. As we're waiting for the prize giving ceremonies, these are the highlights of today. Here's the medals, ready to be handed out. We are just waiting for the master of the ceremonies to give his thumbs up, and we will be handing out medals and prizes. That's the prize you get for winning the Alpine Downhill European Cup. We are still waiting for the prize giving ceremonies, both for today's races and also the European Cup downhill.
Gracias, quel come.
Ma non schiaffare sulla frente. Forse era stato oh no, avrà un bicipite che fa paura. No, raga. Ma adesso lo sta. Ah, anche adesso.
All right, we got some information from the organization committee here. There are some trouble with the chairlift from the bottom, so there will be buses coming into the arena in not that much time, in a couple of minutes. So after the prize giving ceremony, there will be buses up to the hotel and to the lodging area in Kvitfjell. The chairlift is temporary out of order, so there will be buses up to the hotel area in Kvitfjell after the prize giving ceremony.
Then we are about to start the prize giving ceremonies for both today's events and of course the European Cup downhill. First up, it's the women.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, finally it's a pleasure to welcome you all to this,
I'm not mistaken, we'll start with the best junior of today.
Cup downhill final in Kvitfjell, Norway. And the prizes will be given by the president of the organization committee, Ole Christian Kirkerud. And we will start to present the winners of the race. On fifth place, representing Switzerland.
Oh, we're starting with the top 5 of the race for the women. Delia Dürer, she was 5, behind by 70 hundredths, beaten by only 100 by Marte Monsen, who's 4th. Marte Monsen representing Norway. And at the first step over the podium, at 3rd, that's from Italy, Sara Thaler. She's behind by 34 hundredths. And at 2nd place, only 400 behind, was Magdalena Egger. And today's winner, representing Italy, that's Nadia Delago. And I think when we'll hear the national anthem of Italy, you will probably hear all the Italians sing as loud as they can possibly do. Securing the victory, Nadia Delago by only 400s. There's the president of the organizing committee, Ole Christian Kirkerud. He's handing out the prizes.
Ladies! Cancel!
There's some photo takings, some applause. And there's the national anthem of Italy. thanks to all the Italians singing their national anthem. It's just wonderful. These are the highlights. This is Magdalena Egir, losing by only 400ths. And then there's Nadia Delago, taking home the victory today. And then there's the cup. This is the FIS European Cup Downhill Women.
To present the winners of the European Cup in Downhill. The medals and the trophy will be presented by the representative from FIS, Jury Lujo. And we will present on the third place.
We are starting with the third place.
264 points, representing France.
264 points, Karen Clement from France, claiming third. The first podium position.
On second place.
Second place to Italy and Sara Thaler. She made it to 368 points. And the winner of the FIS European Cup Downhill Women for the season 2023-2024, that's Emily Schopf, representing Austria, and she's ending up with 452 points. Securing first place in the Downhill Cup, Emily Schopf. As you can see, 452 points, Sara Thaler, 368, Karin Clement, 264, Magdalena Egir, 255, Lisa Grilli, 200, and Nadia Delago with 195 points. There's the bib for Emily Schopf and the medal, of course. And to honor the winner, we will have the national anthem of Austria.
The national anthem of Austria.
that's the European Cup downhill for the women. And these are the highlights. That was the top 3 of the European Cup downhill women. Hopefully we are ready to start with the men. He was the winner of today's race for the men, which also secured him the win of the European Cup downhill.
Once again, it's a pleasure to welcome you to this prize giving ceremony of this European Cup in downhill for men here in Kvitfjell, Norway.
I think we are doing the same this time, starting with today's race.
And we will start to present the winners of the race. And we'll start with the
We'll start at 5th place.
Representing Switzerland.
We are starting with the 1st place. This is the best junior. Prize for the best junior. Then there's the top 5 from today's race. At 5th place, behind by 62 hundredths, that's Ken Caillot, representing France. And then there's at 4th place, representing Switzerland, behind by 53 hundredths, starting from bib 36, that's Philip Kalin. At 3rd place, representing Liechtenstein, behind by 46 hundredths, that's Marco Pfiffner. And there's Italian at 2nd place, beating Pfiffner by 5 hundredths. Still he had 41 hundredths to go to today's winner at 2nd place from Italy, Nicola Molteni. And then there is today's winner. He won by 41 hundredths, representing Switzerland, Livio Hiltbrand. Climbing to the top of the podium, Livio Hiltbrand. Hildbrand first, Molteni second, Fifner third, Kelin fourth, Kaiho fifth, and Felix Hakir, he was sixth. And we will have the national anthem of Switzerland. Congratulations for today's winners. Livio Hildbrand, the fastest man today. And we're left only with the European Cup downhill men.
Finally, ladies and gentlemen, we would like to present the winners of the European Cup in downhill for men.
There are 3 spots on the podium for the European Cup downhill men. At 3rd place, there's Stefan Reiser from Austria. 318 points. Stefan Reiser. There he is. Stefan Reiser 3rd, and 2nd place. He's from Switzerland with 340 points. That's Lars Røsti. And the winner of the European Cup downhill men season 2023-2024, he is from Switzerland. And 352 points, this is Livio Hildbrand. Making his way all the way to the top of the podium today, Livio Hildbrand. There's the bib. Proving he is the winner of the European Cup downhill this season. You can see the final cup ranking with Livio Hilprand first, Lars Rösti second, Stefan Rieser third, Manuel Tranir fourth, Vincent Weiser fifth, Nicola Molten sixth. Then once again we'll have the national anthem of Switzerland.
Ladies and gentlemen, please pay attention to the national anthem of Switzerland.
And by that, we are finished for today. That's the first of 2 days with the speed events at the European Cup Finals, the season 2023-2024. We will be back tomorrow with the Super G, both women and men. Hope to see you then. Until then, take care and goodbye.